الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إنا آتيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Her husband and car and family. Mozam's brother, Khalid, and his wife, Samina, and family. And I would like to introduce the groom, Mozam Khan, his mom, Kalba Khan, his dad, Mohammed Ali, his grandmother, Imtiaz Sabina Khan.
to take this opportunity to remind myself and to remind everyone here about the noble station that marriage has in our religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He talks about marriage, He states, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ, and from amongst His signs, and He placed between you and your spouse, مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً, affection and mercy. He placed between you and your spouse affection and mercy. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ. No doubt in that process, there are signs for those who reflect. I wanted to take this opportunity to reflect on this sign of marriage, this sign of this union, of this forging of this relationship between two human beings who otherwise would never know each other in the way that they're going to know each other starting from this point on. And I wanted to do that by reflecting specifically on this verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where He talks about the beauty of marriage and the beauty of spouse and the beauty of that first stage of love. He states that this is from amongst His signs that He created for you, especially for you, your spouse. And you know, when you first fall in love, especially when you first fall in love, it's easy to get distracted and to really enjoy this love and to enjoy this marriage, that we forget where this spouse came from. And that if there was any other system in life, that if you were to, for example, if you didn't marry like a human being, or if you married like a turtle or a monkey or a horse, then you wouldn't find that same tranquility, that same serenity, that same happiness that you find. And so he makes a special note that He created this spouse from among you, from you yourself. Some have commented for this to mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created the first spouse on earth, the wife of Adam alayhi salam, when He created her from the rib of Adam alayhi salam. Specifically the rib from Adam alayhi salam. Why the rib? The rib being somewhere, the rib is located, it's located under your arm, next to your heart. So that the husband, the spouse, always feels a need to protect his wife and to love his wife constantly. Also, He created your spouse from amongst you. So that, meaning that if you didn't have your spouse, a husband, a man who hasn't been married yet, he feels incomplete. He feels like he's missing something. And until you have that spouse completes you. You know, even in English, when you see a couple that have good compatibility, you say, oh, they fit well together. You know, in other words, if he didn't have her, then he would be incomplete. And if she didn't have him, then she would be incomplete. So He makes special note that He created your spouses from amongst you. Then He mentions the purpose of all of this. لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you can find peace and tranquility amongst them, so that you can be happy with them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَدْ أَفْضَى بَعْضُكُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ. He mentions that to the husband. He's talking specifically to this type of man who's not happy in his marriage. And so He's reminding him of why he should be happy in his marriage. He says that وَقَدْ أَفْضَى بَعْضُكُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ, that you have shared a close relationship with your spouse. And a close relationship in a physical sense, in an emotional sense. وَقَدْ أَفْضَى بَعْضُكُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ, you have shared secrets with one another. You have been comfortable around one another. I mean, you will never be as comfortable around anybody in this world as you will around your spouse. And you will never love anybody in this world as much as you love your spouse. I mean, you've known your parents your entire life. You've loved your dad your entire life, your mom your entire life. But here you find this spouse who you've just known for almost no time at all, and you're willing to throw everything and anything for that person. That you love this person more than anyone else. وَأَخَذْنَا مِنْكُمْ مِيثَاقًا غَلِيظًا, that they, the women, have taken from you, the men, a binding commitment, a strong, intense promise. This is the same type of phrase Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses when He takes a contract or a promise or a commitment from His messengers. I mean, this is that type of a serious commitment. This commitment indicates that that this marriage is a social contract. And whenever you have a contract, you always have somebody who the contract is written for, and you always have somebody who's on the liability side. Who is the contract written against? So for example, like when you install software on your computer, you know that contract that comes initially, it's written for the software company and it's written against you. You're the liability.
Unfortunately, my father is not here. You all would know that story, but I know that I can't speak on behalf of him, but I do know that he would definitely be proud of Nudrat today. I know I am. And, very strong woman. That's the reason why I don't feel like, as her brother, I didn't really have to look out for her. Not that I didn't care about her at all. That's definitely not the case, but I trusted her to always make the right decision, and she is where she is today because of that spark that she has inside of her. And growing up as her brother, I think for the most part during the younger years, we probably got on each other's nerves a bit. We came from humble beginnings, so we shared room together, and let's just say it wasn't always pretty. But as we get older, I think that we become closer as a result of that. It might have taken us a little bit longer than most other siblings, but today I can honestly say I'm closer to her now than I was when we were younger. So I also want to say that I'm not going to roast her tonight on any of our past experiences together. We'll save that, inshallah, maybe for like a 10-year anniversary. But I will throw in that the rumors of 35 pounds over our But also wanted to speak on behalf of Muslim. I haven't known him that long, but every time that you ask about him, and we definitely did ask about him, it was always a consistent answer. The guy is genuinely good. I mean, how can you not like him? He's adorable. I watch the way he interacts with everybody, not just his nieces who are very young, but with his parents, his cousins, his brothers and sisters, and spot on, he's a true gentleman in every aspect. He cares genuinely about everyone that's close to him, and that's why I don't worry now that it's in his hands, because if he's that way with his family, he's going to be the same way with my sister. I'm not worried about them because I see the same aspects in their relationship in the limited amount of time that I've been able to witness it, that I see that I saw in my parents. They heckle each other. They cuddle one another. It's cute. And that's why I'm not worried about where where things are going with them. Inshallah, I know they're going to have a very bright, happy, prosperous future together with, inshallah, as many children as they would like to have. And, you know, this would probably be the point of the speech where I possibly threaten all of them. But, you know what, there's a couple of reasons why I won't do that today, because he met with our beloved Imam already. He probably couldn't hear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala him already. And another thing is that, you know, this is a con wedding, no relation, you know, that's not how it is. You know, the con women are very strong women. If there's con women in here, raise your hands. Yes, half the room probably. But the one thing I know I see it, Jahannam has no fury like a con woman. So I'll end on that note. And congratulations to you both, and I wish you well.
शादी का मौका सबने कुछ इस तरह की स्पीच दी है कि ज़रा इस माहौल को थोड़ा सा ज़ाफ़रानेदार बनाया जाए। मैं कुछ इन बच्चों से इतनी मोहब्बत है, इतना प्यार मिला है इन लोगों से कि मैंने सोचा कि इनके लिए कुछ अशार लिखे जाएं। लेकिन मेरे जो अशार होते हैं, जो मैं लिखता हूँ, उसमें मज़ाक का पहलू ज़रा ज़्यादा होता है। अगर किसी को कोई चीज़ खातिर नागवार हो तो मैं पहले ही माफ़ी चाहता हूँ। तो पहला एक तो मुझे देख के एक शेर अभी याद आ गया है। अर्ज़ किया है, मुर्गा खिला के बाद में मुर्गा बना दिया। मुर्गा खिला के बाद में मुर्गा बना दिया, ऐसी सुनाई भीगा सा चूहा बना दिया, और कमतर को बढ़ के आलाओ अरफा बना दिया। शेर सुनिएगा, कमतर को बढ़ के आलाओ अरफा बना दिया, और जो कुछ ना बन सका उसे दूल्हा बना दिया। अब ये शेरा है, वो के बाला ए बाम है सेहरा, जैसे माहे तमाम है सेहरा, और नींद आती नहीं थी रातों में, नींद का तमाम है सेहरा, और दिल की मंजिल करीब ले आया, किस कदर बा कमाल है सेहरा, और लाख पर्दा हो लाख दूरी हो, उनसे महवे कलाम है सेहरा, और कितनी मुश्किल से लम्हे बीते हैं, हासिले माह हो साल है सेहरा। और शेर है, ओट से हर हसीन को देखो, ओट से हर हसीन को देखो, कितना रोशन ख्याल है सेहरा, और बस के जर्दा पुलाव खाएंगे, बस के ये फैज़े आम है सेहरा। और शेर है, लाख पूछो नहीं बताऊंगा, लाख पूछो नहीं बताऊंगा, यानी क्यों गोलमाल है सेहरा। बाप माँ ऐसे खुश कभी तो न थे, बाप माँ ऐसे खुश कभी तो न थे। कितना बहार है सेहरा। और शेर है, लाडली माँ ने यूं बलाएं ली, लाडली माँ ने यूं बलाएं ली। और सर पे बेटे के जब सजा सेहरा। और शेर सना इफ़्फ़त तलत की बात सुनो, सना इफ़्फ़त तलत की बात सुनो। इनके दिल की पुकार है सेहरा। और भाई खालिद हो या के हो भाभी, उनकी खुशियों का राज है सेहरा। खाला मामू ने भी दुआएं दी, उनके दिल की पुकार है सेहरा। और शेर
No idea that you were going to meet the perfect guy for you. I had no idea. I have the privilege of working with, just excuse me, because she's always allowed me to say her name incorrectly. Nudrat, that's what I call her. And I always get away with that. I had the privilege of working with her, and I did not know what that was going to mean. The first day I saw her, I was like, oh, she's a cute little girl, you know. Then I found out she's a little bit older than she looks, and I was like, wow, okay, so maybe we can talk. When she told me about the guy, I was just like, okay, so when do we meet him? She gave us the privilege of meeting him. Let me just say, the first time we met you, there was myself and Chanel. She's also allowed me to say her name incorrectly. You know, I kept trying to think, like, what's wrong? Like, what? Can it really be perfect? Really? And it was. Once again, I say it really was. Moise, you know how we feel about Nudrat. We've already gone through the background check. And you're passed. We're proud of you. And Nudrat, you know how we feel about you. I know for sure that the two of you will build a great partnership. Moise, you're now CEO. Nudrat, now you're VP. And these are your stakeholders. You owe us respect between each other. You owe us beautiful kids. Yes, I will babysit. And you owe us just the will to keep trying and keep working on it. And knowing that every day is not perfect, but knowing that every day you can get past that. I'm proud of both of you. I'm proud of the growth that I've seen in this amount of time. And I'm just so happy for the two of you. I'm going to miss you when you move to Arizona, but now I feel like I have another place to go in the United States.
तेरे इश्क में मेरी जान फना हो जाए। खुशबू सांस मेरे पास हो
Sí, I'm going upstairs, okay? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's already there.
No, she said it's already up. It's already up. Okay, it's already there.
30.
Somebody, 15. Yeah, but we have to go to the 15.
want to send you on the other floor? Okay.